Hello farmers, welcome back to Hazzard County. Over here by our sheep, I just went down to the store with the pickup truck as the sun starts to rise, which is nice because it rained all night, so the grass is going to be wet today, very wet. But yeah, I went on down to the store to buy some wool pallets just because, well, our sheep are creating so much wool now. I went to bed. Before I went to bed, I came over, gave them water, and I had like one kind of pallet, and before I woke up I said no more room for wool at the sheep. I was like, what? Yeah, the sheep created a whole bunch of wool, so I decided to go on down. We're going to get them anyway, so I might as well get them today because I also got some DEF fuel as well. I got 300 liters of DEF fuel ready to go back to the main farm. But yeah, our pallets are stacking up, so hopefully in the springtime when that price is good, better make sure I put the straps back on so those don't go anywhere. Yes, when springtime comes, we'll have plenty of wool to go ahead and sell. So all of our field work for harvesting, as I run to my header, which is a really great thing to do, all of our harvesting is done for the season. So now we just kind of want to prep some land, some of the fields. The corn fields still need to be, well, one needs to be plowed. We've already plowed one. Another one needs, so the other one needs to be cultivated. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today, kind of working the cornfields a little bit, maybe cleaning up the farm just a little bit. But as you can also see, the animals need some care. Actually, the cows just barely ran out of Total Mix rations, so that's where we're heading to next, is back to the main farm to take care of our cattle. As for the horses, I did try to give the horses some more oats, and it seems like it's maxing out at a certain line. So someone did mention, well, they think the hay and the oats are in the same graph, and on seasons they are not. I double checked this to make sure. I'm like, well, wait, is that a thing? Maybe I'm too concentrated on the animal HUD here, but when you go in the seasons animal HUD, it shows you that the oats and the hay are separate, which, you know, I did think they were, but I was double checking. I'm like, yeah, they are separate. So I do not know why the horses are not requiring more oats. I have no idea. But this winter, those 8 horses we got are going bye-bye. We're going to get some 8 new ones, just so I can see if the horse stable income resets, because we're losing $10 a day in profit on that. So we're going to check that out here sometime in the future. But I definitely want to go ahead and take care of the cows first. I also, last night before I went to bed, I also took care of the strawberry patch, gave it some manure, some water, so hopefully we have some more strawberries. We should have some flour at the flour mill all set to go, and at some point I gotta bring the corn down to the ethanol plant and start making some fuel. If you also remember that we do not have a loan anymore either, so any money you see in the upper right hand corner is ours. I do not owe the bank anything. And the reason why I'm talking like that, because I just got to double check to make sure I'm not talking out of my butt here. I did pay that off, right? Yeah, zero. Okay, so yeah, we're all set there. All the money is ours. My next goal is to save up to $1 million, which should not be difficult at all. And the reason why I say this is because we got like $1 million worth of spelt/rye. We also have the corn also for the ethanol fuel. So let's go in here. We stopped at 22 cattle. Well, not we stopped, they stopped. So we got 4 cattle in the past day or so, something like that. We are up to 1,000 liters of milk, so rejoice. Yeah, we got some milk. Where is my class tractor? Oh, that's right. I left it over here because I was putting manure in the strawberry patch. How did the strawberry patch do overnight anyways? Almost filled up all the pallets. Almost. I still got manure. I might be out of water though, and we are. We are out of water. Go ahead and take that so you can get going once again. Yeah, so the goal today is, well, 1, take care of the animals. 2, I had a thought with the class tractor. Well, not, the class tractor is going to do what it's going to do, but it's going to go in field, what's that, field 40, the big field. We're going to fertilize that field, and then later on I'll have one of my other tractors go ahead and cultivate the field, so when I go to seed it next year with fertilizer, that field will be all set and ready to go. Let me come in here. And we all know how good I am at this here. I think the bucket's down. Yeah, I'm picking up the what they put down. Let's clean them on out. So I don't have enough milk to even bother with the buying a milk trailer just yet. I won't bother buying the milk trailer until we really need it. And since I got the bucket on, let's go ahead and clean up the chickens as well. Yeah, so unfortunately it rained all night, so is this Friday? I forgot what day it is. Yes, today in-game is Friday. Saturday is supposed to be good. Sunday should be rain. 90% rain. So it's supposed to rain again today somewhere around 3 o'clock, and it's a 90% chance of rain. So even if the grass does dry, I'm not going to bother cutting because it's going to rain again at 3. But after that, if the grass does dry, hopefully sometime on Saturday, I can cut it and get some hay out of it. Maybe. Do I really need the hay? Not really. We're doing pretty good on hay storage right for now. But it's always good to have more around than what you think you need. Yeah, so once we take care of our animals this morning, the chickens are good for the rest of the day. It's just the cattle that we need to go ahead and take care of. So let's scoot around here. I already have an 8,000 liter bale ready to go. I gave them some straw last night, and since everything was out and hooked up the way it should be, I'm like, well, might as well put the straw bale in now. I'll finish it off in the morning. They went through quite a bit of straw overnight, really. They were somewhere around 50% on the straw. And just by sleeping overnight, they dropped down to 20%. And of course, the straw is kind of important because that gives us a solid manure. And we're using the solid manure for the strawberry patch. But I think at this point now, though, they might be producing enough manure to keep the strawberry patch going 24/7, because now we got 4 extra cows. And plus, I let the strawberry patch run empty for a while, so we got a stockpile of manure a little bit. It does say I got 8,000 or almost 9,000 liters of manure. I bet you I have more than that. Oh, good. Good. I don't have to put another bale in. I was kind of hoping for that. Yeah, I've been kind of thinking after harvesting this fall, with all the bales that we got, might be wise next time to get the other baler, like we have on the Pacific Northwest, that can do 20,000 liter bales, because that will almost make it to where it's 2.5 bales per one. And we had plenty of bales for sure. Yeah, I think the class tractor can handle total mix rations. This thing has enough horsepower for that. So we're in this tractor. It's nice and warm. So we got our DEF fuel for the winter. At some point, yeah, we're going to take care of our vehicles, clean them up, repair them, refuel them. But that's what the winter's for. We'll take a winter day and just go ahead and do that. Nope, I don't need soybeans. I don't need corn. I need silage. But before I do this, this is what I need to know, actually. So I may just cut the grass. No chaff. Okay, we got tons of silage. So let me go ahead and we'll put this into the total mix rations mixer so we can start making it up. Yeah, productivity of the cow is 80%, but it will be fine in just a minute as soon as we get our total mix rations in there. And yeah, hopefully they start producing some milk. So we should have a good amount of flour. So I just want to see what the price of... No, that's compost. Flour, that's not a bad price. Strawberries, that's not a bad price either, I don't think. What's the other thing? Oh, rye and spelt. I'm looking for, if they ever hit $800 or so, we'll go ahead and do that. These two don't seem to matter what time of the year it is. The price seems to just fluctuate a little bit day by day according to the season's HUD. Alright, let's drive around and put this into our mixer so I can start making some more. Somewhere. There we go. So I don't think I mean, if the grass never becomes, if I don't feel like I get enough time to make hay, we'll just have to go ahead and bale up the grass, and we'll just make some more silage out of it. And then I can just either sell it or make some more Tolmex rations. All right, so they don't really need that much Tolmex rations, really. So I would assume that's 156,000 liters I got. And I think right now they only need about 5. So yeah, we don't need that much. But I hate to have grass just go to waste. Yeah, I got things everywhere here. Well, once we take care of this, we'll put this stuff away, and the class tractor will go ahead and get the fertilizer going on field 40. And we're going to go plow field 97? Yeah, sure, sounds good. And the Massey Ferguson's going to cultivate field 96. Oh yeah, we're going to have our equipment all going today. All right, so yeah, I think it was about 5,000 liters. Tolmex rations 4,239, and I'm hitting the door trying to come out because I'm trying to turn too soon. There we go. Yep. So my goal through the winter, so when the first day of spring comes, that we have our $1 million. Like I said, we did order some stuff. It just hasn't come in yet. Because I'm not, like I said before, I'm not going to try to sow field 40 or the other fields with a 9-meter planter. It's just not going to be functional that way. I mean, it would take, I think it took about 3/4 of a day for course play to finish it. Let's back this in. I think I'll drop off the front loader as well. If you don't need this for the rest of the day, I don't think. And probably have to head on down to the store to refill some fertilizer. Oh yeah. Head on down to, I think it's Tractor Supply is where we're going. And I left the lights on in the pickup truck. That's not good. Alright, now that's all set. On down to the store. Actually, let me turn the animal HUD off. We don't need that for the rest of the day, right? Everything looks good? Yeah. Everything looks fine. On down to the store. I'll refill this. And then we'll get course plan field 40 to start fertilizing that. We'll get the Massey Ferguson to start cultivating the other cornfield. And we'll start plowing. So our class tractor is all set up and running. He's fertilizing field 40. I think I made a mistake a little while ago when I said, yeah, I'll just have to fertilize it now, and then in the springtime when we seed it and fertilize it, we're all set. No, I'm playing seasons on this map, Peanut. Come on, think about it. You need 3 stages of fertilization. So after we seed it next year, we'll just have to wait to hit a germination stage or a growth stage, and then we'll have to fertilize it again, and that'll be 3 stages of fertilization on this field to our left-hand side, field 40, one of our biggest fields. Yeah, right now we're taking the Massey Ferguson to field 97, I think is what it is. And we plowed, well, we had a worker plow that field, last time. And yeah, still sitting there because I knew I was going to need that tractor to plow the field to our left right now. But we're going to get this one all set to do a cultivation job. So it's been fertilized. And really, I should probably, now that I think about it, I'm not going to cultivate this yet. I should have had the class tractor cultivate this one first. Yeah, we'll hold off on that. Because so the reason what I want to do is, since I fertilized it, then I worked in the field, I can fertilize again, put a second stage down, and then I can cultivate it. And when I go to seed it next year, that'll be 3 stages of fertilization. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'll do there. So I'll leave my tractor parked in this farmer's field. Hopefully he won't show up, he or she. But now I am going to use, not course play, but GPS. It's a big enough field. I'll be here for a while. If I can remember the buttons I got to hit here. Oh yeah, that's the correct button. Is it this one? Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I actually used it, so yeah, it's like, what buttons do I need to hit? Now it's all coming back to me. Yeah, I think that's good right there. Yep, that's what we're going to go with. Let's go ahead and lower. I said lower down. Thank you. And make sure I hit Alt X, not Windows X, because that does something completely different. I think the plow should be fully repaired, meaning, because I think I'm plowing at the fastest speed that it can, I think. Yeah, it shouldn't take me, I said I'm going to be here a while, but meaning that's in game hours. Probably be here for at least 3 hours plowing this field, zipping around. When I get to the other end, I'm going to do a couple of headlands, so I can just turn around and take care of the field that way. Am I going to clip this tree? That tree is actually floating in the air, so I went right under it. It's like it was planned. So yeah, we are done harvesting. So the plan for the rest of the fall and winter. For the fall, of course, we only got 2 days. Not much today. Just we're fertilizing field 40, plowing this field. I was going to cultivate, but now, I mean, you heard my thoughts on that. Day 6 of fall. I'm hoping, depending on the grass situation, we're either going to make hay or we're going to make just bale the grass and bring it to the silage maker and do it that way. I'm not going to wait until winter, because last year we kind of waited till winter and it didn't really work out well for us. So yeah, that's the plan there. And as for winter, well, I do have flour being made. I need to bring some barley still on down to the flour mill. And of course we'll sell the flour when we see fit. I got a lot of corn to bring on down to the ethanol plant. We'll make some fuel and sell that sometime during the winter. And like I said, we'll keep an eye on the spelt and rye. You know, upper 700s is pretty good. So I guess I can sell that anytime. And yeah, hopefully like the last day of winter or the second to last day of winter, our equipment should be in by then. So hopefully I got the money to pay for it. I just need just under $1 million. And like I said, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for what we have going on here. Oh, and also during the winter, I want to swap out those horses and get some new ones. Just because the ones we have, for some reason, yeah, we're just losing the cash a little bit day by day. And someone suggested that could be, and I don't know if they read this on the Realism website for seasons, but as your horses get older, that's why you don't earn as much on stable fees. I'm like, well, that could be a thing. Sounds good. So yeah, we'll swap those out in the wintertime as well, and of course take care of all of our equipment, meaning repair, refuel with diesel and DEF fluid. I think I probably said DEF fuel earlier. Let's go ahead and might as well head back up this way here. Alt X. Looks a little weird that I'm plowing half a field and the other part I'm not doing anything. But it's just the way it is. And I'm not going to plant any, I'm not going to do any fall seeding. Just because if you plant in the fall, from what I see, it just allows more chance for weeds to grow in the field until next harvest. Now all the weeds should die during the winter, but when spring comes around the corner, the weeds can start growing right away, and usually it takes us about an extra day or two before the ground temperature gets right before we can seed. So it just gives the ground an extra 2 days that the weeds can't grow between seeding and harvesting. At least that's my plan. Am I in season 3 on Hazzard County? That doesn't seem right. I just noticed that it says 5th of November 2021. I thought we were in our second season here. I think we are. Or because I'm recording this in the new year, and that's what it probably is, because we're it's actually 2020 now. Yeah, so we're still in the second season. All right, I see what it's doing there. All right. Man, that can get kind of confusing. I think that's the way it's doing it now. I'm like, boy, we should be in November of 2020. It's only our second season. But since we, in real life, decided a new year, I think the game realized that. And yeah. Anyways, I just need to sit here and go up and down the field, about a dozen times. Probably something like that. Finally actually get to finish this field that we're in. We didn't get to really harvest this entire field last fall. So this is the first time I've really turned it over. It doesn't say it needs lime or anything, but I'll double check it just to make sure. And in the meantime, I got to keep my eye on the class tractor. I'm wondering if that is going to run out of fertilizer or not today. Not today, but before it finishes field 40. Yeah, my mind's not really here today. I mean, less than usual. Let's just put it's never really here anyways. This is about the only time I use GPS is when I'm doing a big field like this. I hardly ever use it anywhere else. But it's good when you're just driving forward for about a minute. You don't have to pay too much attention. Just I could even put it on cruise control if I like, but I'll sit here with my foot on the pedal and try to keep my mind in the game of farming. I need to get this field all set and turned around. Maybe by the afternoon we'll keep an eye on the crops. So in the upper right hand corner, and I explained this on Green Mountain Forest. So when you get the crops are wet symbol, that means your crops are more than 20% wet. So I need that symbol to go away that the crops are wet, which means our grass is below 20%. So when I cut the grass, it'll be considered dry grass. We just have to wait for it to turn to hay. So we'll see what happens when we get done plowing this field, what the situation is. But yeah, I'll see you on the other side. thought that time lapse was long. Should have been sitting in my chair. It was a lot longer. We are just about done finally plowing field 97. Sure, it's either 96, 97. It's one or the other. That's 96, 97, or vice versa over here. But yeah, we're just about done. It hasn't started raining yet, but then again, the forecast was that was for around 3 o'clock. I have no idea what time it is. Got to turn the HUD off. So let's pop that back on, see what's going on here. It's it's almost 2 o'clock, and there is rain in the forecast, as we can see, and the crops are still wet. So I guess it didn't matter too much that I didn't finish early to cut the grass because, yeah, it's going to rain anyway, so it doesn't matter. I also noticed that on the course display on the left-hand side of the screen, it doesn't tell me that my worker is out of, almost said seed, fertilizer, but also doesn't tell me that he's done yet either. So he's still fertilizing field 40. I hope, and Courseplay can do this once in a while to me. I'm not sure if it's just on this map or if I had problem on other maps, but every once in a while Courseplay will wander off for some unknown reason. And so we'll have to see if that's what's going on there. We'll wait to see when we're done here. But this is the only field that needs plowing for next season. So technically we're done with the plow, so we can fold that up and bring it back to the farm. Maybe repair the plow and put that away until who knows when. It all depends on what I do next spring. I still don't know what we're doing there, meaning with all the equipment that we're going to be getting, I am going to need some place to put a bigger well, not a bigger shed, but I need a place to put a big shed, because I don't have no place to put this equipment that we're going to be getting. So I don't really have much room on my land unless I take up a field. So yeah, I gotta wait until next spring to kind of figure that out. I mean, I guess I could just put it on the back of these silos and take up some of this grass field that we have here, seeing that I don't really need that much grass as I have planted. Alright, so before, no, you know what, I'll just take care of the plow right now. We'll just go ahead and do that. Top on out. The plow, it doesn't need much repair at all. 20 bucks. Yeah, we'll repair it. Can I sneak underneath here a little bit? Yes, I can. We'll wash off both vehicles since we're here. Yeah, the plow is not going to kind of fit through there, Peanut. You're driving through there more like a moron, like you always do. Let's go ahead and rinse off the plow. And any water that sprays on the Dutes Fire will benefit that as well. I should check just to see what the biggest in-game plow is. I mean, I do like that plow just because it squares up at the end of the field, so you don't have to go back and do the headlands afterwards. I don't think the other plows are as wide of a working width either. You can see the paint on our Dutes Fire. I have not repainted this at all, and I think I got like, is it 60 hours on that thing? Yeah, we're approaching 70, almost 70 hours on this. Now let's back this up. Yes, we're done with the plow for the season. Make sure I unfold it first, or else it's just going to fall over. And we park this. Not the best place for me to really park this, because every time I bring something to repair it, it could trigger this to be repaired first. Alright, where is my worker? No, they're in the field. So how are they getting along here? Well, he's still got a ways to go. How much fertilizer do you have left? Oh, you should be able to make it, I think. Okay, so now the question is, what did I do with my truck? Does anyone know? Oh yeah, it's over here because we were putting water into the greenhouse area. What I want to do now is we're going to go ahead, and the last thing we're going to do today is grab our grain trailer, just one of them, load up with barley. Oh, I need to take care of the strawberries. Yeah, load up with some barley, head on down to the flour mill, and Yeah, I'll double check the price just to see what the price is of the flour. But I don't know what the capacity is of the flour mill. So I mean, if it can keep on making it, then we'll just go ahead and deliver it and let it make some more. But I mean, if the price is really good, then maybe we'll go and sell it just to make our bank account look that much better. I mean, the money we have, like I said, is ours. No loan to pay off anymore. And I don't want to borrow any money to expand the farm, because we got enough cash sitting around. So while this is filling up fertilizer, nope. Barley, there we go. Just 72,000 liters, so it's not even a full load. Let's go in here while that's filling up. So the flour is at 2,000. I think the price could be better, so we'll just go ahead and leave it there. Rye is not bad. Spelt is, and everything else here, I don't really care too much about. Even the strawberries, don't really care about too much because that price doesn't change that much. So yeah, let me just go double check here. If we go into the economy page, and I keep on scrolling down, strawberry, yeah, you can see the strawberry just pretty much stays the same no matter what. Rye and spelt. So you can see the rye here, kind of the same thing, doesn't fluctuate that much. Spelt does not. It seems like the added multi-fruits prices don't change that much, even the cabbage. But if you go up to something like, and it looks like it's starting to rain, we'll just do corn. Yeah, you can see the price of corn. That, I mean, that's when you start seeing prices fluctuating quite a bit. So that doesn't matter. Oh, I was going to check for, does a flour fluctuate? I don't think it's going to. Not really. Not really at all. And I better cover up my crops because the rain is here. Yay! More rain. That's what happens in spring and fall. Happens all the time. But yeah, we're going to head on down to the flour mill. We're going to put this in there so it can make the flour. That way it's ready to go whenever. So I'll see you down at the flour mill and we'll wrap up the episode. I will say this, it's raining pretty good. It's like one of those heavy rains that you know that the ground's going to get really soaked and take forever to dry up. Just checking for the train because like I said, the train does run down through here. So make sure you're careful. This is why I only bring one of the trailers instead of attaching both of them, because I tried doing that once before and it was not fun. I mean, you can do it, but it takes some maneuvering around. And I'm probably going to leave the truck right here for when I do go to sell flour pretty soon. 120,000 liters is what I brought down, and of course what we're putting in. How are all the animals? Did we get any more new animals? Hey, we got another cow. Congratulations. I think our sheep are doing just fine. All our animals are doing just fine. May have to, do a little something with the horses later on. But, and maybe feed the chickens before I go to bed as well. But as for field work today, it's probably pretty much done. We're just waiting for the class tractor to finish up his job, which he's going to be just a little bit more longer. But we got a barley in. That's all the barley that we have. So now, actually, I'm going to drive the truck out here so I can get washed off. Why not? And it'd be rude for me to stay parked there because someone else may come and try to deliver some grain. So, yep, there goes the train. Yeah, but that's where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Yeah, so in case you forgot, no more loans. So our next goal is just to get $1 million to help pay off the equipment that I need for spring. The fields are pretty well set. I mean, I really don't have to do any field work until next year, but we're going to try to do a little bit more this fall. As for grass, I guess all depends on how the weather looks tomorrow when the crop finally dries out, because I'm pretty sure if I come over here, it's going to be up in the 30 percentile. Can I find a good area of grass? Yeah, this will work. Nope, that chainsaw is not going to work. Actually, it says it's 19%, which is odd. It's odd. Yeah, it should be over 19% because of the wet. I don't know. Maybe it was borderline when it started raining. I have no idea. It doesn't matter because it started raining anyways. But like I said, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time on Hazzard County. But until then, have a good one.